let's work on the character's first steps. We'll bring our control curves back. And before we actually get into the steps, notice how far the character is going down. If we go ahead and look at his feet here, his ankles will be snapping right now. Okay, so we need to raise up the raise ball channel. Let's select both feet controls and we'll animate both here. And as the character's moving down and forward, determines how far to raise the channel up for the raise ball. So he's moving down quite a bit. So we'll go to frame 17. Okay, and on that frame where he's down the most, we'll go to the raise ball channel and raise it up some, like that. Great, so now he's in a more comfortable position with his feet, and when he starts to move up, his feet get planted again. Great, so we'll hit play and here's the movement. Awesome, so now we can start working on the steps, and when animating the steps, as the character is moving forward, we want the foot furthest back to start moving forward first. And this isn't always the case. For example, if the character was standing, then started to walk in a certain direction, whatever direction he started to move in, that foot would lead. So for example, if he wanted to move to his left, the left foot would move first, then the right would follow after. But in this case, since the feet are about in the same position, okay, we're going to have the left foot just move forward first. So for this, let's go ahead and select the left foot. We'll also select the left knee. What we want to happen is that footstep to be a little bit faster than it is right now. So we'll speed it up some. Let's select this key on frame 34 and let's move it up to about frame 29. So here's what we get if we hit play. Okay, great. That left foot is moving up faster like we want it to. Let's also adjust our range slider because we're going to start working more on the actual step, so we want to see our frames more clearly. Great, so now we'll start working on the character moving forward with this step. So what we can do is let's go to about frame 21 and just select the foot control now, and on that frame we'll key the raised ball here. Then we'll go to about frame 24 as the character is about to step forward and raise up the raised ball right here. Okay, like that. So here's what we get. Now he's raising up his raised ball to start moving his foot forward. And we'll go to about frame 27, and on 27 this is where we want the foot to raise. So here we'll drop the raised ball, and this time we'll raise up the raised toe channel. Okay? And not much, these are small steps. So we won't raise it up much, about here is fine, and then we'll scrub through to make sure that on 24 the raised toe is set to 0, which it is, great. And on frame 29 we'll drop the raised toe, set it to 0. And there's our step coming along. If we hit play, great. But what we now need to do is animate the translate Y of the foot. So let's do that. Okay, so on frame 27 we'll just translate the foot up a little bit more. Okay, so it's raised there and not much. Remember, it's a small step, and we'll scrub through. Great, so now the foot raises, and on frame 29 we want to make sure that the translate Y is set to 0 here so that the foot will be planted. So here's what we get for our first step. Awesome, that's looking good, but it can look better. What we need to do now is work on the tangency of the translate Y to really show weight in our step. So let's go to our perspective and graph view, and once there we'll go to the translate Y and check out the keys that we've set. Let me get a better view in there. And what we'll do to show weight is similar to what we did with the weight fall. So we'll just go to this key where the foot is planted, break the tangency, and lift up the left half of the tangency like that. So now watch our footstep. If we go ahead and check it out, here's how it looks. Awesome, so now we're starting to see some nice weight in our footstep. Great. So with that done, we can now start working on the right foot. So let's start working on that. Okay, and what we're going to have happen is the left foot come up first, and then the right foot is going to come up immediately after. So we'll select not only the right foot control but also the knee control. Let's go back into our perspective view. And what we'll do is take the keys from frame 24 all the way to 34, and we'll move it back so that the first key now lies on frame 29 and the last on frame 39. And then we'll take this key and move it up some so that the character plants his foot at about frame, let's have him plant his foot at about frame 35. Okay, so here's the motion we get when we hit play. Great. Now we can start working more on the actual steps, just like what we did with the left foot. So first we'll go ahead and go to about frame 26. Just select the foot control and key the raised ball here. Then we'll go to frame 29 as the character is about to move that foot forward and raise up the raised ball like that. So here's what we get. Then as the character is moving forward, we'll go to about frame 32, and on that frame we'll drop the raised ball and raise up the raised toe channel. Remember, not much, it's just a small step. We'll scrub through to see our motion. Excellent. And when the character plants his foot on frame 35, we'll drop the raised toe channel, set it to 0, and voila, we got our first step, or our first step for the right foot coming along. But remember, we do need to add the translate Y. So for that, we'll go to frame 32 and raise up the foot. Then on frame 35, we want to make sure that the foot is planted, so we'll go to the translate Y and put in a value of 0. Awesome. So there's our first step coming along. And now we'll go to our translate Y in the graph editor and do our adjustment where we break the tangency, bring up the left half to show weight in that step. Awesome. So with these things done, we can hide our NURBS curves and just check out our foot movements right now just by hitting play. Great. So there are our first steps, and that completes this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to work on adding some shifts in the body based off of the footsteps.